All right, now that we've run through kind of a pre-check on our motorcycle, verifying that it is ready for actual dyno use, verified our fluids, chain, tires, now we can actually make sure our dyno is ready. First things first, if you do have the optional monitor tray, make sure this is pushed forward and out of the way so that as the bike comes up onto the dyno, you don't run into it with any fairings or mirrors. Same thing is true for these fans. Make sure they're spread out apart so you aren't going to impact the lowers, or on a full dresser bike, the fender may come up and impact it as well. If you do have a power carriage and wheel clamp, verify that the clamp is far enough spread apart so that the tire will be able to enter the wheel clamp. This wheel chock, make sure it is not in the forward position, make sure it is in the back position to enable the bike to actually come up and roll into the wheel clamp. Next up, if you do have the folding ramp option, there's the release at the bottom. You can now put your ramp to the down position and get ready to load the bike. It doesn't take a lot of speed to get onto the dyno, so we're just going to use first gear, kind of ease right into that wheel pipe. Use your pod control to clamp the wheel into the wheel clamp. Pressing down on the left button, the pads and the wheel clamp will begin to come together until sufficient enough clamping force has been exerted on the wheel. And then you'll notice the light goes solid on your pod. Next, we're going to attach the safety strap through the front wheel. For those without the front wheel clamp option, this would just be sitting in the tire stop, strapped through, and clamp it down. Next up, if you do have a power carriage, we're going to want to align the wheelbase over the top axis of the drum. So for the power carriage, we're going to press the forward button and begin rolling this bike forward until the axle bolt is directly over the center line of the drum. Next up, we're going to use our side straps to attach to the bike. You can route these as long as there's a position rearward, say to these passenger pegs on this CBR. Now, just as a double check, since we are going to be weighting the bike, verify that this extra slack, that you take up any extra slack in these now that we're on the bike, that is appropriate, and verify these straps are not going to get caught up in the exhaust, in the wheel, and they are in a safe location. Next up, our cooling fans. Make sure these are aimed properly at the bike. If you need to, loosen each of these to afford decent rotation to funnel the air directly into that radiator, taking care to not scratch any fairings, but have them close enough and aimed directly at the radiator. On dirt bikes and higher mount radiator vehicles, these of course are angleable upward to hit those high mount radiators. And we would do the same thing on the other side. It is important to note that for V-twin motorcycles and other air-cooled bikes, you would want to get this fan positioned aiming at the rear cylinder to get adequate airflow to those rear cylinders, while also on the other side, that other fan, make sure it is aimed at the oil cooler in that front cylinder to provide adequate cooling for those type of bikes as well. The last piece of the puzzle to make sure this bike is ready for a dyno run is to align the rear tire left and right over the knurl. So we've done our forward and backward using the power carriage. Right now, with the vehicle in neutral, we're just going to bump the starter button and let that wheel walk right into the middle of the drum. Now, if you did not have a battery or you did not have the starter installed, you could, of course, once you get into the dyno and secure it, you could just use the bike's first gear, let that clutch out a little bit, and it will walk right into the center of the dyno drum as well. All right, so this bike is ready to go. It's properly strapped down. Our fans are ready. Our bike is aligned both fore and aft over the drum and left to right over the knurl. Now it's on to safety. Safety precautions are critical for safety inside a dyno room. Dynojet recommends that eye and ear protection be worn at all times while operating a dyno. We also recommend you always sit on the bike at all times. Never operate the bike being off to the side of the bike. Also, ensure any straps are staying clear of rotating members at all times. Next up, also make sure no one else is standing behind the dyno, standing next to the dyno while you're doing your runs.